Hello guys and welcome to Commando's Perspective. In this video, we will be discussing different tactics used by the special forces of the US, China and Russia. Everything that you find in this video is based on our own research and study of these forces. The special forces of these three world powers operate in different countries in unique ways, but generally they follow a similar set of steps to achieve their objectives. Here is a general overview of how each country's special forces may operate in different countries. Let's start off with the US Special Forces, which goes by the name of the Delta Forces. There are a lot of steps that the Delta Force follow, and that is due to their various experiences in the world and different environments. They build their training respectively to their area of operations. Now, we will be explaining the steps that they follow for them to achieve their objectives. First, assessment. The US Special Forces first assess the situation in the country they are operating in. This may involve gathering intelligence on the local political climate, the military capabilities of the host country, and other relevant factors. Moving on to the mission planning. Based on their assessment, US Special Forces will then develop a mission plan. This plan will outline the objectives of the mission, the resources needed to achieve those objectives, and the risks involved. Third, the infiltration. US Special Forces will then infiltrate the host country, often by using covert methods such as parachuting in, using boats or submarines, or sneaking across the border. They may also work with local partners, such as friendly military or intelligence services, to gain access to the country. The last two parts of the plan are the most critical for the mission success, and these are execution and the exfiltration. Once inside the host country, the US Special Forces will carry out their mission. This may involve direct action, such as conducting raids or targeting high valuable targets, or more indirect action, such as training and advising local military or intelligence units. The exfiltration, which is after the mission is complete, the US Special Forces will exfiltrate the country, often using the same methods as infiltration to avoid detection. The exfiltration is as important as infiltration, because being detected even when you are almost outside the country might have also a lot of repercussions on the country's diplomatic relations. Now let's check how the Chinese Special Forces operate, which they go by the name of Leishan Commando Airborne Forces, which means Thunder Gods. They often operate in low-key manner to avoid drawing attention to themselves. They may work alongside local military and law enforcement agencies to provide training and support, or they may operate independently to gather intelligence and conduct reconnaissance missions. One of the key tactics used by the Chinese Special Forces to build relations with another country is to offer humanitarian aid and disaster relief. This can help to establish goodwill and foster positive relations with locals, and can also help to demonstrate China's commitment to supporting its allies and partners. And that's what helped China increase its influence in Africa greatly. The Chinese Special Forces may also participate in joint military exercises with the host country's military forces. These exercises can provide an opportunity for the Chinese Special Forces soldiers to share their expertise and learn from their counterparts in the host country's military. In addition to the military side or military activities, the Chinese Special Forces may also engage in cultural exchanges and other non-military activities to build relations with the local communities. Now, do you think that the Chinese Special Forces do this for the well-being of the country? They do all of these activities to gather intelligence, which is the last part of their plan. They conduct intelligence gathering activities in the host country, such as monitoring political developments and identifying potential threats. The last special forces that we're gonna talk about is the Russian Special Forces, and they go by the name of Spetsnaz. The Russian Special Forces, or Spetsnaz, often begin their operations with reconnaissance missions, and this may involve gathering intelligence on the local political climate, the military capabilities of the host country, and other relevant factors. They are also known for their covert infiltration methods, often using fake identities and disguises to avoid detection. They may also work with local partners, like friendly military or intelligence services, to gain access to the country. Once inside the host country, the Spetsnaz may carry out sabotage and direct action missions. Their main targets would be critical infrastructure, targeting high-value individuals, and other destabilizing activities. They also may engage in proxy warfare, providing support to local insurgents or separatist groups to achieve their objectives. It would help them politically later on. Moving on to the last phase of their plan, which is the withdrawal. They will withdraw from the country, often using the same covert methods as infiltration to avoid detection. Overall, the special forces of the US, China, and Russia each have their own unique approaches and planning to operate in different countries. But they will all follow a similar set. So, let's see your opinion in the comments below about how much time does it take for a special forces team to infiltrate a country. What do you think? Is it like in the movies? It takes them 2 days of planning and they just go in? Before giving you the answer, let's briefly explain how hard it is. The time it takes for a special forces team to infiltrate a country can vary widely depending on many factors. The location of the country, the method of infiltration, the level of security, and the specific objectives of the mission. In some cases, the special forces teams may be able to infiltrate a country quickly, using methods such as airborne or fast dropping from helicopters. These methods can allow a team to be on the ground in a matter of hours or even minutes. However, in other cases, special forces teams may need to take a slower and more methodological approach, using tactics such as long-range reconnaissance, infiltration over land or by sea. This can take much longer, potential days or even weeks. Trust me when I say this, what you see in the movies is most probably not true, because the planning phase, recon phase, rehearsal phase, and plan execution will take tons of time. From our own perspective, we think that the time it takes to infiltrate a country varies from 2 months to 12 months. It also takes more than 12 months if the country is a hostile country. Every step that each of these teams uses is mission critical. This means that if one of these steps fails, the whole mission is a failure. That's why they conduct heavy training, resources, and no room for error for not only these teams but all the special forces in the world. Later on, we will be making a video to show you how hard the path that they take is in order to be part of the special forces family. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for more videos.